and welcome back. This is your girl Teresa with the In the Know Radio Talk Show. And my first guest is a man of God. And I have with me Mr. Jamel Graves and his wonderful wife, Vanessa, which you'll be meeting in just a quick second. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for coming out to the show, Mr. Graves.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
So tell me, I know that you're an ordained minister.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that you had a church and you have a new church now. So tell me, at what age did God talk to you to decide that you were going to be in this arena?
Well, believe it or not, it started all out about the age of 3.
Wow.
Kind of, I was that little boy that walked up to the preacher and said, "Hey, Pastor, I'm going to be like you one day." And he would pat me on the head and said, "Okay, son, I hear you." And so it was just that motivation to keep going. And so at the age of 11, I started my church in my living room. From there, we went to the community center. From there, we just kept growing. And I just never allowed my circumstance to stop where God was taking me. So,
okay, good.
16 years later, I'm still at it for some strange reasons.
Well, no, we know it's not a strange reason. We know,
Exactly,
yeah, God is
exactly.
taking control of that
Yes,
and using you to deliver to the community.
Yes,
so you had a church before, and now
Yes.
you just opened up a new church. What is
Yes.
the name of your new church?
So the name of our church is called the CEO Church. It stands for Christ Evangelical Outreach Church.
Okay.
And so we surrendered our campus back in 2017 to come down here and plant this new church under the direction of our Bishop, Dr. Tottenham Hall, and our pastor, Pastor Keith Curry.
Oh, okay. So where did you come from?
So we came out of Houston.
Okay,
and so,
okay.
This is, I counted the other night when she asked me this in my bio. I said, "Oh my gosh, I've had 5 churches. I've pastored 5 churches in my 10 years, so it's been a blessing."
Oh, wow.
It's been a blessing.
5 churches in 10 years.
In 16 years.
16 years. And you first found Christ at the age of 3.
At 3, 4, yeah. So we've been in it ever since.
Okay.
Nonstop.
So with your church, where is it located in Plano?
So we're located at 1301 Custer Road in Plano, Texas, the corner of 15th and Custer. And so we have service every Sunday at 12:15 p.m.
You're so close to me. I live in Plano.
Oh, really?
I'm okay.
Come on.
I know. I know. That's really close. That is so close. So what kind of programs do you have in your church?
So with us just now getting started, we're really working on a lot of different systems, believing God to bring the people in that would help us to build these programs. So a lot of the initiations that we have are young people, youth, of course. Our women's ministry, we just had someone come in and initiate that, and so next Saturday will be our first women's meeting.
Okay.
And they are sure to go visit our website at ceochurch.net to find out more information about upcoming events and different programs that we offer at our church.
What I think is very unique is when I first looked at the church, I saw CEO. And so, you always think, I own my own business, I'm my own CEO. So what made you come up with that name?
Well, I have to give honor where honor is due. I did not come up with the name. Actually, our bishop came up with the name.
Okay.
And he told us that the Lord spoke to him and told him that we were the ones that will lead this church because we will be the housing for people who have that ambition to be a CEO or be their own entrepreneur. And the thing of it is that sometimes you don't have the right words. People will feed your salary, but they won't feed your season.
Right, exactly.
So they'll tell you, go get a job, and you'll be like, okay, when I first went to college, that whole biggest thing was to go to college to get a job.
Yes.
Job means just over broke.
Yes.
And so one day my bishop said, "I'm not going to allow you to feed your salary, but God is going to bring you into your season. And I'm going to feed your season. And when you get into your season, that means that you go from being the employee to the employer."
There you go.
And so we're in the season now that we're teaching people how kingdomly to be a kingdompreneur, not just an entrepreneur.
Okay,
So that's
I like that because, I'm an entrepreneur. I was with corporate America with MCI and WorldCom for 15 years, product development, design, went to college, majored in marketing and things of that nature. But I always wanted to own my own. Exactly. So I stopped working for MCI back in 2002, and then I started my In the Know, and then from In the Know I started my own insurance agency. agency. I have an energy efficiency agency, a radio talk show. So I'm all about the entrepreneur spirit and teaching people how not only can they be an entrepreneur, because sometimes, and this is what I will say, if I had not been in MCI for that long period of time and did some of the things that I did there, then when I left, I would not known how to actually do it. So educating yourself, of course, is important. So we're not telling you not to go to school, but we're telling you it's a mind shift. It's a paradigm shift. You have to put yourself in that arena to say that I want to own my own business. And owning your business is not for everyone.
No, it's not. Especially when it comes down to the accounting and all of the paperwork and the W-2s, knowing I-9s, dealing with the government. It is never fun, but it's always a blessing. And one thing about it is, when I was growing up, they used to say, I don't want a piece of the pie, I want the what?
The pie.
The whole pie.
Yes.
And then when I grew up, I said, I don't want the whole pie. I want the pie factory. I want to own everything. Because then when I want a piece of pie, I can go to my own place and get it.
Okay, I like
you know what I mean? So it was like, no. And so what happened with us on how we started to be entrepreneurs, because me and my wife, we just don't pastor the CEO church. We are entrepreneurs. And so we started out because I was working for a company, and I realized that the owner was making so much money, he never came into the office. And it set in my spirit one day, I said, he's making more money to do what I'm doing for him than what I'm doing for myself. And that's what honestly led me to start our own business. So we started out as a transportation company. So we have transportation in Houston. So if y'all in the Houston area, visit us kingdomtran.com, kingdomkidsschoolshuttle.com, and it will be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area next school year. So we're excited about that.
So with that transportation, is it taking kids to and from school?
You're exactly right.
They need.
Exactly right.
Do you do anything in the senior market?
Yes. So our Kingdom Train is a non-emergency medical transportation company. And so we actually have that here now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we're excited about that. We're in the process of just transitioning everything from Houston to Dallas. And then about mid last year, God was like, hey, it's time for you to launch out into the deep. And he said, start running insurance companies. I did insurance back in 2013, and just decided, okay, God, if you're telling me to do it, we're going to do it. And we started Regions Financial Services. So we offer tax service, tax preparation. So if you need your taxes done, visit www.myregionsfinancial.com.
Okay, so you are talking like way fast.
I know.
So nobody's going to get that.
So My Regions Financial, just Google Regions Tax and Insurance Company, and you'll find us immediately all over the web.
Okay, so you're doing taxes.
We're doing taxes. We're doing insurance. And
what kind of insurance do you do?
So we do life, health, supplemental. We do property and casualty. So we're kind of that all-inclusive agency. We do annuities. Name it, we do it. So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
Oh, well, one thing, because I've had my agency for 11 years in insurance, and so when I say that, people really don't understand that you're independent, so that's a business that you own, right? You're not, I never went captive or anything, so I'm contracted with all the different carriers, but it builds true residual income, reoccurring income. And what that means is like this first of this year, I took off for 6 months and I didn't work, and it didn't bother me because I have residual income enough to pay my bills. So when you're trying to look at, I'm 55, so in 10 years, I'll be 65, right?
Great.
Thank you. So with that said, I'm going to be looking at a retirement from Social Security. Social Security is not going to be able to afford my lifestyle. So what I try to tell people is, yeah, you can work in corporate America, you may get a pension in corporate America, and you may get your Medicare, but is that really how you want to retire gracefully?
Exactly.
You just want to be able to live off of that little amount. So now's the time to find a field that's going to generate residual income for you that you have for a lifetime, unless you're not doing an index UL and putting some money there. That's another way to do it. So it's a lot of things that you can do. And I'm just, blown away by the fact that, most of the time when you sit down and you talk to a minister, that is their complete focus. And they don't do this or they don't do that. And I'm liking the fact that you're teaching teaching.
But I believe that the new way of ministry and pastoring is bivocational.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this like I'm saying it, but the day of the church and the pimping preacher is leaving.
Yeah.
And yes, exactly. We're
deacons line.
Yes. Let that day is going away. And people are looking for kingdom preachers who are really sought after God, who is not looking for another get-rich-quick scheme.
Right, exactly.
And so that was one of my biggest things. I've been doing this so long. This is my heart. This is my mind. I remember being 15 years old, and they did a newspaper article on me, and they were like, "What do you see yourself doing in 20 years?" I said, "I'm going to be preaching." Now, never what I would have thought, honestly, after my mom passed, because my mom passed at 49. So I pastored my mother, I pastored my family. So it's like, man, and I'm still at it, you know?
Still at it, yeah.
So it was one of those things.
It's by design.
Exactly. And so I could not imagine doing anything differently, you know what I mean? And so to own my own business and to be a kingdompreneur taught me a lot.
Kingdompreneur. That is my new key phrase. I am a kingdompreneur. So you can be an entrepreneur not led by God, and not have discernment and not have favor, or you can be a kingdompreneur where all of that is bundled together and you work on the principles that God lays out, and then you get that favor. Okay, like this radio talk show.
This is favor.
I didn't ask for it.
No, this
it was favor.
It was favor.
It was all favor.
I just preached a sermon last Sunday. We were talking about Joseph in the dream, and what we did not realize, and I've read this story multiple times, but his brothers did not hate him just because of his dreams, but they hated him because of his words. And when your words meet your dream, that's when people start hating you. Yes. Because what happens is that you dream and you start telling yourself, I can make it, I can do it. And then what happens is that your mouth starts speaking what was in your mind. And then next thing you know, things start happening, things start moving, doors start opening. And that's the season that we're in, is that all you got to do is believe the impossible and see God work.
Is this true?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, I'm going to put it right here so it can be seen. That I want to make sure before I put up.
Yes.
It's like, that's not mine.
Yes,
so y'all can see that as well as we zoom in.
Yes.
I mean, what I'll say to you is that you're totally an inspiration, because, you know, I go to a church. I go to Covenant. I've been going there for 15 years, but I'm really in search right now. I'm going back and forth and visiting different churches. So I'm definitely going to come to your church. You're right. I mean, when I say right up the street, you're right up the street from me. I'm off of Custer, and I said they don't need to know that.
Hold up now.
Yeah, we don't need to know that. I'm off of Custer. I need to Google that. Because I have a license to carry, so you don't want to come up. But I like what I'm hearing, so I'm definitely going to visit the church. Now, I know there's some other things that you do.
Yes.
And what are those?
So some of the other things that we do is we're getting ready to start a program called Thug Life.
Okay.
Now, I tell people all the time I'm a thug. Okay, you know, I'm a thug.
I'm a dressed up thug.
Yeah. But it means I'm totally holy unto God.
Okay.
And so, I was once a school teacher.
Okay.
And so, and now May, I marched with my doctorate in theology.
Okay.
And so I'll be finished with my doctorate. So I told my wife she had to call me Dr. Gray.
Yes. And how did that go?
Not yet.
So y'all pray for us.
Well, I don't think that the wife has to call the husband doctor.
Well, believe it or not, she's called me pastor since day one. She's never called me my name.
Really? Come on over here. Come on over here. Pull up. Give that chair for your wife. And pull up that other one. Now, wait a minute now. So you've never called him by his actual name?
No.
Okay, Miss Vanessa. When y'all met, was he a pastor?
Yes. I met him at the church.
She stole me.
She walked in and she looked and she said, "Oh, he's single? Not for long."
He actually wasn't single.
Oh, okay.
When I started the church, he was not single. My mom actually joined first.
Okay.
Yeah, and she actually said, when you come to the church, leave my pastor alone. don't talk to my pastor, and that, I mean.
So you were.
He was my mom's pastor.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I was just. I was so confused. I was like.
No, I was mom's pastor.
That wasn't your mom's man. You took your mom. I was getting ready to get you.
My mom and dad have been happily married for 31 years.
Okay, we gonna have to clean that up. Yeah, so you're gonna move in a little bit so that we can see you as well. So, so basically, what you're saying is you met him in church. He was a pastor, so yeah, so he deserves you to call him pastor. Now, once you walk down the aisle, since then you've never called him his name?
No.
So when you're cooking at home and dinner's ready, you say pastor?
Baby.
No, baby.
Baby.
But when we're out and in front of other people, I call him pastor.
So
because I feel if I do not respect him in front of others, why should others respect him?
Right. But you do call him his name at home.
I'm never calling it his name. He's either pastor or baby.
Oh, okay. Pastor, baby. His name is Janelle.
Yes.
I want you to say it on air. Say, hi, Janelle.
Jamel.
Y'all, we cutting up on the air.
But it's real. Yeah. And that is so freaking unique.
But
because,
honestly, you realize that so many times what you have found in the church is that the preachers are preaching, but they are having fights at home.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times people don't even know what happens at home. And so coming into the relationship, we built those boundaries. We built what we needed.
Right.
And a lot of this comes from parenting, what her mom installed into her. And it makes a huge difference.
Okay.
It makes a huge difference. So it's been a blessing though. I mean, I have arguments. She doesn't argue with me.
And you sing though.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I put you on the spot right now. You wouldn't sing it. Not a verse that would motivate me. Not just something that would motivate me.
I'm not a singer like that. I'm a support singer. Like if I just have to.
You might be like me, or you're probably better than me. I sang in a choir, and long as I had this person on this side, this person on this side, somebody in the front, I sounded good.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, I sounded good because I could hear the tone and I would pick up the tone with them. But then one time they said, we want everybody to try out for this lead. And I was like, oh, no, ain't no need for me to try out. And they was like, no, Teresa, you need to stand up and try out. And I was like, okay, all right. So when I sang, they all eyes hopped open. They said, okay, you can sit down now. You can sit right down.
Well, believe you me, we are in a position right now that we can't wait until God sends, the praise team and the praise and worship, because on Sunday mornings we are running the show. We sing praise and worship, we run the service, and so if any of you are kingdomly gifted,
there you go.
and feel that you may be assigned to this kingdom church, we would love for you to come and help support us in worship and in praise, because honestly, after Sunday morning, I'd be wore out.
I bet. How long have y'all been married?
4 years.
4 years. Any kids?
2.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Emmanuel and Leah.
Emmanuel is 3, Leah is 10 months.
Yes. Oh wow, you just had a baby. And how is that?
It's interesting because I'm a mom of 2. I'm a business partner. I'm in school. I'm working on getting my degree in psychology.
Okay.
So I'm in school, and it's interesting. It's a journey.
Well, that's good.
And our girl is busier than our boy.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she's into everything.
She acts like her daddy. Yes.
She acts like who?
Her daddy.
Jamel.
Jamel.
She acts like who?
She acts like Jamel.
Yes. There you go. Say, how does it feel to hear your name?
Oh, it don't bother me.
No, I mean after all these years, you haven't heard your name.
It don't bother
It didn't
me.
sound good to
It
you.
didn't bother me.
Pastor sound better. Baby.
Well, he doesn't call me Vanessa either.
I don't either.
What do you call her?
I did not.
He calls me either baby or
Baby.
first lady.
Baby or first. Yeah, I guess, if you got a significant other, they kind of lose their name. Unless you make it a little cute, you know.
But if we're talking to someone, like, let's say we're in our office, you know, she'll say, well, you know, you have to talk back to Mr. Graves, or she'll tell, you know, Jamel Graves is the owner or whatever. Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, I don't have a big need for it, you know. Not at home.
I know his name, though.
Yeah, I know you know.
Yeah, I know his full name.
I know you know. Yeah, I know you know every bit.
But when you got a good man,
you're gonna know that name, right?
No, but you don't have to call that man by the first name when you do you good at home. I'm just saying. I mean, she don't have to work.
No, but that's because he's a kingdompreneur.
Yes,
yeah. The principles of God, you know, who's gonna come against you.
But the whole thing of it is that, and she'll tell you when we opened up the company, it was that God owns the business. We don't.
Right.
For God. And God made me a promise. He said, you take care of my house, I'll take care of your house. And for the last 4 years, we have watched God work. Literally, we ain't missed a meal. We got a new car, and I don't know how we got it.
A house.
I don't know how we got it. I mean, if you look at our
bank account,
I know how we got it. But if you look at our bank account, we ain't had to rob Peter to pay no Paul. We ain't.
But you had the right favor. See, people don't understand
Yeah.
what favor really is, and you know, people throw it around like it's just a word. But when you have true favor from God, you can walk into a venue and try to get an interview, and you have people that are way more qualified than you are, but you have been good to God, and He's giving you His mercy back, and He's shining that favor down on you. And if He feels that's going to be able to lift you up more, where you can be a blessing to the flock, then that's what favor is called.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell them, look at the camera, both of y'all. Look at the camera, and you tell them where to come, what your hours are for your church.
Okay. So join us every Sunday morning at 12:15 p.m. We're located at 1301 Custer Road. All you have to do is put in your GPS, the CEO Church, and we will pop up on your screen. So every Sunday at 12:15 p.m. you can find us on our website at ceochurch.net, or give us a call, 469-224-0481.
And Miss Vanessa, can you just close us out with just a few notes? Yes.
A few notes?
Yeah.
What you want me saying?
Whatever you want me to hear.
I need thee like the ocean needs the water, or it will run dry. I need thee like the heaven needs the stars in the sky. I need thee, I need thee every hour. I need thee, oh bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee.
That's what I'm talking about. See, she was trying to be all shy, like she couldn't sing. You see how I just commanded her, and she just did what God said do? Yes. So I want to thank each and one of you for coming out to the In the Know Radio Talk Show.
Thank you.
And I look forward to coming in and visiting your church.
Yes.
And I want to talk to you about insurance too. So I'll give you my card before I leave. And we'll definitely have you back.
Yes.
So y'all say goodbye.
Bye.
See y'all.
All right. Thank you.